Good morning, all of you. My voice is audible. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Now, last day we discussed about the UI functionalities. Fine. But today, completely we are dealing with the React. How the UI is created by the React. What is the basic component in the UI development, and how the HTML and CSS are connected with the UI development in the React UI development. See, the first point, what is React? React is known as a open source JavaScript framework or JavaScript library. What's the main purpose of React? The main purpose of React, see here, the most appropriate word, user interfaces. To build the user interfaces or UI components. That is also very important, appropriate word. Okay, you are creating user components, user interface components or user interfaces for which type of applications? For web and mobile. So you are going to create user interfaces for web applications and mobile applications by using React. That is a simple line about the React. Next, what type of applications you can build by using React? SPA, single page applications. So I will explain about the SPA in the next session. Next, how the React works. So this concept we will deal with the basics of React application. Okay, basics means once you entered into the React first, next after that, once we started the HTML, JavaScript and all, then you are able to understand what is meant by DOM, document object model, and what is meant by rendering. So little bit of basics are required about the HTML and document object model and HTML parsing by the web browser, how the HTML is converted in the browser, in the browser's memory. All these things you should know to understand these concepts. But anyway, the basic conclusion is React works based on the virtual DOM. That is the important point you need to remember. So what is meant by DOM and virtual DOM? We'll see that concepts in the HTML part. So suppose if anyone or if those people who are with the HTML knowledge, the HTML tags are converted into objects by the browser. That is called document object model. Okay, so that's why the HTML and object model knowledge is required to understand this concept. I will explain each and everything with diagrams step by step. Now, what are the different types of additional plugins are required? Or additional libraries or plugins are required, are useful for the application development. When a additional library or a plugin is added, okay, it becomes a new. It provides a new functionality. It provides a additional functionality to our React application. So, what are the different types of concepts available in the React? At the basic level, component development and state management, routing, and whenever the reduction. So in such a way, when you add testing frameworks, then it provides testing functionality. So in such a way, there are so many libraries are there. So totally around 23 concepts we are going to deal as a part of React application development from the basics. It means complete basics. Okay, those people who don't know the HTML, okay, for them also the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we start with the basics, and once that basics are completed, okay, we will switch to React step by step. So both for those who already know the React and those who don't know anything, the basics of web application development, For both, we are parallelly cover these topics, okay, because we need to cover the every concept in depth from the basics to in depth within the timeline. That is very important for your career. So now, okay, I will explain all the things which topics we are going to cover everything in the next session. Now, today agenda is how to create a React application, how a React application is executed. Next, how the HTML and CSS are connected to React application development. These two things we want to see. Okay, we are going to explore these things. See, to develop a React application, these three are required. First one, NodeJS. Next one, NPM, Node Package Manager. Third one, Visual Studio Code. These three are mandatory. Okay, and some other libraries and some other software also required, but based on the requirement. But these three are mandatory at the primary level. Right. Next. So this is the history. Right. So this is about this history. I don't want to go through this history right now. First, how to create a React application. First, you need to download the Node software and you need to install it. It is very, very simple. You can download it from nodejs.org automatically. Okay, it is available and it is a single click installation. Just in the Google, just type it, nodejs.org. So here three links are available. In that Windows installer, this is very important for us. Windows installer, this is the most appropriate and very easy. MSI. Windows installer.msi, 32-bit and 64-bit. Generally nowadays, every system is 64-bit, so that you can click on it. So you can download and just click on it. Automatically, it installs the NodeJS software. All of you, my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, once the NodeJS software is installed, just you can check it. If you type at the command prompt, if you type node, automatically it comes like this. See, as a part of our course curriculum, we'll show the installations also. Don't worry about that. Today it is just about a overview. Whenever the Node.js is installed, automatically the NPM also comes. So what is meant by Node.js? Suppose if anyone asks what is meant by Node.js, a single appropriate word, Node.js means a JavaScript execution engine. Node.js ఉపయోగించి మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చు? Okay, you can execute a JavaScript program independently. I will show you that in the node demonstration. I will show you how to execute a JavaScript program by using a node. And the node modules, depending upon the node modules, we can change the behavior of JavaScript program also. It means we can create a server-side program also by using JavaScript with the help of Node.js and with the help of node modules. So we'll see that part as a part of our node. Next, NPM. Whenever the node is installed, automatically NPM is also gets installed. You don't need to install this NPM separately. Node Package Manager. NPM is called Node Package Manager. So what is the benefit of NPM? If you want any library as a part of your project, automatically this NPM identifies that library and it is downloaded to your project, to the local folder automatically. You no need to search for the source, and you can specify version also. So which version of the library you want, So you need to specify the name and version. Automatically, this npm searches in the internet and it downloads that library into your project's local folder. So you can manage the packages. You can upgrade, you can uninstall, and you can install. Both the operations you can do by using npm. By using npm, you can install a package and you can uninstall a package also. Both. Next, what is the use of this Visual Studio Code? IDE, Integrated Development Environment. It is an important word. Once you learned everything about the APIs and all, ultimately project management and productivity, these two are very, very important. So to deal with project and to improve the productivity, integrated development environment is required. So what is meant by IDE? Means a collection of tools where you can create a project, you can type the code, and you can compile, debug, and execute everything. Okay, so all the things inside the IDE or with the help of IDE. You no need to come out from the IDE. Every IDE provides a collection of tools using which you can manage the project. You can create a project, you can develop a project, and you can the best IDE for React is Visual Studio Code. This is also open source. This is a completely free from the Microsoft, and especially it is most suitable for the client application development. Even for Angular and React also, we uses Visual Studio Code. So you can download all these softwares from these links. So this is about the npm Node and Visual Studio. Once it is downloaded, once all these softwares are downloaded, you can create a React app. You can create a React app and you can create a React app with the help of a command called create React app. Create -react -app. This command is required. So this command is not available. It is not available with the node. You need to download this command from the source. So for that purpose, see this npm install -z create -react -app. So this is the command. This command is downloaded and it is installed globally on your system. So what is meant by G? Globally. This command is useful. This command, developer can use this command from anywhere. It means you can use it from D drive or E drive or F drive or from any location. From any location, you can create your React application. This is the benefit when you install it globally. Next, once this command is available, next, by using this command, you need to create a project. So now I'm going to create the project by using this command. See, what is this command? See, to use create -react -app, we need a command called npx. npx space create -react -app space. Here you need to provide a folder name. The folder name is nothing but the React application name. Right? Let us. All are comfortable? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So now open a command prompt. Right. So here I already created one empty folder with the name My React Demos. Now in this folder, I want to create a React application. So copy this command. Here just you need to paste it. So npx space npx space create react app space. Here it is the folder name demo app. Here you can change this. For example, I want to create a tourist app, or I want to create say a hospital app, okay, or I want to create a restaurant app. In such a way, you can give any name. See, to avoid the confusion, I am using the same name as it is because this document will be shared to you. Now, just enter. Now, what happens? See, project is a collection of multiple files generally of different technologies, and the project requires so many predefined libraries also. And the project code need to be managed. The resources of all the resource files and the source code files, all that files need to be managed properly in the React folder, React application folder. Such folder structure is created by using this command. To create a React application along with the required folders, files, libraries, you need to use this command. Now, let us see. See here. It is installing. First, it created a folder with the name demo app. After that, it is installing the required packages. See, it is installing React library, React DOM, React scripts. So these are the different names of the libraries. Next, so these are all the remaining libraries. Okay, one by one, it is installing. It takes a little bit time. Once the download is completed, it creates the application is created with the default files. Just wait a few minutes. So in this application, once the application is created successfully, I will explain the flow, how the files are connected in this, the default files. See, here see the stats, added 1417 packages in 2 minutes. It means the project created, the application, the React application is created, or the React project is created, this many number of libraries. Still it is downloading and creating some packages. Yes, finally it is completed. See that. These are the default commands. I will explain about these commands later because every command explanation requires so many things. Okay, build means it is not just a process. Okay, it is not just about the building process. So many things are there. Okay, separate chapter is there, right, on each command. But anyway, first to execute this React application, just you need to use a command npm start, but it never works here. Why? To execute a React application from the command prompt, you should be in that folder. The folder is demo app. So first you need to switch to right. These are all the files created for the React application under the name of demo app. Now here, so first of all, try to get the clarity what happened exactly here. This is very important for you. What exactly you created right now? Anyone tell me? Hello, anyone tell me what exactly happened?
We created a React app, like
React application, right?
this.
It is React application. Okay, what type of application it is? React application is what type of application? It is a
Front-end UI. Using
front. Yeah, yes, yes. Okay, fine. Still, I need more clarity. Okay, it is a React application. It created a UI application. Okay, still I need more clarity. What is the appropriate word? It is a web application, right? Yes, it is a web application. Actually, it created the UI application. Okay, UI for what? Web.
Yes.
It created a web application. That is a very important point. If you don't know that concept, okay, it is not possible to manage the project. You are created created a web application with some default code. So when website is a collection of web pages, right or wrong?
Yes, right.
Right. Now here, as per the information here, the React application is a web application, but where are the web pages?
And this is the web page.
That is the important point. See, when you execute it, you are getting some output here, right?
Yes.
So the output is generally generated by the web pages.
Yes.
And the web pages contains HTML code.
Yes.
This is the fundamental basics. These are the basic fundamentals in the web application development. Website is a collection of web pages, and web page contains HTML code. Okay, right. In addition to the HTML, it may contain CSS and JavaScript also. That is secondary. But the mandatory code required in the HTML pages is HTML code. Okay, in the web pages. Now as the React application is a web application and it generated particular output here inside the web browser's body, it means it contains, no doubt it contains some HTML code. No doubt it contains some HTML code.
Yes.
Without HTML code, you can't get this output.
Yes.
So as a React developer, you need to understand, last day we explained, the React application is, see, in the traditional mode of web application development, website is a collection of web pages. So please try to understand these two lines. In the traditional application development, web application development, website is a collection of web pages. But in React, our website is a collection of, see, here it is a collection of components. That is, okay, not pages. Not pages. It is a collection of components, right? As the web page, see here, where is the HTML code in the traditional mode of application development? Web pages contains, what is the second point here? Web page contains HTML code. Okay. Here in the React application development, website or web application is a collection of components. Component contains HTML code. This is the important part. In the olden days, website is a collection of web pages. Web page contains HTML code. Now you are developing the web application by using React. React web application is a collection of components. Components contains HTML code. See the difference. Okay, so this is a very fundamental difference. But without HTML page, without web pages or without HTML pages, is it possible to develop a web application? No, it is impossible. Okay, because browser understands only client-side technologies. So to develop a web application, at least one HTML page is required. At least one page is required. So a React application is created with one HTML page with one component. This is a very important point. So React created a web application, nothing but UI application. It contains one HTML page with one component. Now that component contains HTML code. Got the point? See this. HTML in the olden days, the HTML page, the web pages means that the HTML pages directly contains the HTML code. Now here, see this. One HTML page, only one HTML page, and it comes up with one component, right? So this is called default code. This is called default page, right? If you want, you can add more components. Okay. See, you are not adding multiple HTML pages. Always this one HTML page is fixed. It is fixed. You works on this one. Okay. You add multiple components to the project, not multiple web pages. React developer adds multiple components, not multiple pages. Okay, right. See, I will show you this connectivity, how a HTML page is connected with component and how a component is connected with HTML code. Okay, and one more important point. See, whenever a request to the React application server, how this output is produced, how this output is came, you should know. Okay, these things right now I'm going to explain. Now, see, at any instance of time, if any doubt, please ask me. Okay, if you are comfortable with English, it is okay. Okay, otherwise I will explain in Telugu also. Don't worry. Now, to see the project structure, we need Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is already installed on my system. This is Visual Studio Code is already there. Now there is a shortcut to open this demo app folder in the Visual Studio. What is that? From the command prompt, just type code space dot. Code space dot. Then automatically it opens demo-app folder using Visual Studio Code. See this here, demo app, and these are the folders. This is the project structure. Right. Now, where is our actual? See, I told you a React application is created with one HTML page with one component, and that component contains HTML code, right? So where is the proof? Let us see. First of all, observe this React application project structure. It contains node underscore modules. So please remember this word, this name, node underscore modules. Modules of node. Okay, please read it in a reverse way. Modules of node. Okay, are libraries of node. Okay, are the libraries are the packages which are integratable with node. Okay, so node తో కలిసి వర్క్ చేసేటువంటి అడిషనల్ లైబ్రరీస్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ కూడా ఈ ఫోల్డర్ లో ఉంటాయి. Node underscore modules. npm command node underscore modules, these two are connected. Okay, by using npm, if you are installing a library, okay, npm downloads that library into which location? To this node underscore modules location. Okay, whatever the library is downloaded, that is downloaded into your local node underscore modules folder. See, just expand this one. See, these are all the different libraries. See, for example, I will show you one basic command here. Please observe in the alphabetical order. See, all of you able to see this? Able to see this? See this here? Babel just. See this body parser, bluebird. Okay. See, this bluebird also comes in our examples in one chapter. See this. Here the libraries whose name starts with B are ended here. See this. Now in this names, anywhere bootstrap is there? Please tell me, anywhere bootstrap is there? All of you. See, bytes, built-in, buffer, bro.
No.
Anywhere bootstrap is there is no bootstrap, right?
Yes.
Now I told you 2 points. This IDE is useful to manage everything. Okay, you no need to come out IDE, right? Now I want to install bootstrap library, and is it installed into our application, and is it downloaded to node underscore modules or not? We need to check, because the npm and this node underscore modules folder, these two are connected or not? We need to check. Okay, now, and one more important, I don't want to use this command prompt. I want to work with this project from inside the Visual Studio Code. Right. Now, in the view menu, there is an option called terminal. Select this. It is also nothing but a command prompt. See here, observe. In the iDrive, my React demos, demo-app is there. Now here, just type the command npm install. Install means I. Okay, which software, which library you want? Bootstrap, right? That's all. I am not specifying the version also. Just let us enter. See, you do not specify the source where the bootstrap is available, right? Please observe that npm command ki meeru bootstrap ekkadundo kuda cheppala. npm I bootstrap అని అన్నారు. So that is the beauty, that is the benefit of npm. Okay, node package managers ఎంత హెల్ప్ చేస్తాయంటే మనకి ఒకప్పుడు నోడ్ ప్యాకేజ్ మేనేజర్ లేనప్పుడు ఎలాంటి ప్రాబ్లం ఉండేదో తెలిస్తే మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, లైబ్రరీ where the location where that library is available, you need to find it manually, you need to open it, you need to download, and you need to place it in the local folders of our project. Everything need to be done manually. But here, see, now open the node underscore modules and go for search in the alphabetical order. Here see the bootstrap folder is there.
Yes.
So it means the npm command and node_modules folder, these two connected. See, are you specified to the npm command, get the bootstrap library and place it in the node_modules?
No, we
No?
did not.
See, right? So it means npm already know about that.
Sir, how it automatically installed in the position, sir?
See, it is configured and it is configured. I will tell you. Okay. It is
Okay, sir.
configured. That concept comes. That is also one of the important concepts. I will explain that one. Okay.
Sir.
Right.
And what is I, sir? In NPM.
Yeah. What is I install?
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Suppose if you want to uninstall, you need to use U.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Right. So now, see. So this is the beauty of npm. Okay. See, npm operations, npm options. We will explain one by one. So many things are there related to the npm and in each concept. So many things are there. Now, first, how you got the output? Okay. When you executed the React application, okay, a logo is came, some text is came. How it is? Now, please observe this. A website is a collection of web pages, right? So, where is our web page in this React application? That is the important point. Now, expand this folder, public, and here see, what is the name of this file?
Index.html.
Index.html. So, website is a collection of web pages. Web pages are nothing but HTML pages. So, in React application also, HTML page is there. So, without HTML page, is it possible to create a web application? No.
No.
So, React also creating a web application with the help of HTML page only. Remember that. But it is using only one HTML page. It is not using multiple HTML pages. Please observe that. Okay. See, now select this index.html. This is the code. See here. See, I will explain about all these tags as a part of our HTML course. Don't worry about that. How to create the HTML pages, what are the different tags of HTML, everything will be explained, and we will provide a few hands-ons related to the HTML tags exclusively. Okay, how to create different types of interfaces by using HTML separately. Okay, we will provide. Okay, around 40 examples we will provide. Now, these are the different types of HTML tags. But finally, it is a HTML page. The top type HTML means it is HTML5, right? And this is the opening tag of HTML, and this is the closing tag of HTML. So these are called as delimiters. Delimiters means starting and ending. Delimiters means starting and ending. Okay. So where the web page is started and where the web page is ended, right? So these are seems to be simple, but very important. Next, the entire web page content is divided into two parts. One is header content and body content. Header content is mostly related to the internal operations of the web page and search engine optimization and scripting. Okay. So header use చేసేటువంటి ట్యాగ్స్ కానీ ఏవైనా సరే చాలా వరకు 99% they are related to internal things, not visible. Okay. Head area contains, the head tag contains the information or other tags, whatever. They are related to internal operations of the HTML, not visible. Okay. But whereas the body tag, generally the body tag contains the other HTML tags which deals with the UI. Okay. అంటే కంటికి కనిపించేటువంటి దాంతో డీల్ చేసేది బాడీ ట్యాగ్. కంటికి కనిపించినటువంటి ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ తో డీల్ చేసేది హెడర్ ట్యాగ్. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ రైట్. బట్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. See, this meta tags and link tags, these are all very, very important. I will explain the purpose of each tag with proper example one by one. But right now, here I want to explain the flow first of all. So here body tag is there. This no script, just leave it. Here one div tag is there. One div tag. One div tag. So other than the div tag inside the body, any other HTML tags are there? Let us see. Any other tags are there? These are comments. You can delete these comments, no problem. Okay. This is not HTML. These are not HTML. Remember, it is comments. Okay. So only one tag is there inside the body, right? Div ID equal to root. Okay. So let us copy this. This is index.html. So any doubt in that? Index.html. Okay. Now this is the opening tag. Yeah, sure. Okay. Right. So this is index.html. So I'm not copying all the code. HTML, head, body, inside the body div. Only these tags I want to present here. HTML, this is HTML. Next, head, and inside the head so many tags are there. Next, after the head, okay, body tag is there. Closing body. Now inside the body, one div tag is there. Slash div ending, and that div tag is identified by a ID value. So ID value is nothing but just assume that in your college, okay, you are a student ID, product ID, like that. Okay, ID is nothing but to identify a component uniquely. Okay, in your college, a student is identified by student ID. So in the same way, here the ID value of this div tag is root. Right. So this is the basic index.html, right, which you have in the React application. So up to here, everything is clear, all of you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, but inside this div, there is no any code. But when you executed the React application, you got a background black color, that logo, that image, and some text, some links are there. Okay, how they are came. And as per our last discussion, when you create a React application, it creates application with one HTML plain plus one component with HTML code. So this is HTML page, clear. But where is the component? Where is the component's HTML code? Okay. How that component's HTML code came as output to the browser. Here there is nothing. Inside this div ID root, okay, nothing. There is no image tag, there is no other tags. So how the image tag and link tags and paragraph tags are all came here in this area. Now let us go back to our source code. So this is a div ID equal to root. Fine. Now close this. So this is the public. So public is a folder. All of you see this. Public is a folder inside the React application folder. Public is a folder which contains the files which are available to the outside world. Okay. Internet ద్వారా మీరు React application access చేసినప్పుడు, okay, which content is available to the outside world? Only the content which is inside the public folder, that is available. Okay. React application లో పబ్లిక్ ఫోల్డర్ లో ఉన్న కంటెంట్ మాత్రమే మీరు యాక్సెస్ చేయగలరు. వేరే కంటెంట్ మీరు యాక్సెస్ చేయలేరు. రిమెంబర్ దట్. ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ పాయింట్. సపోజ్ మీరు ఇమేజెస్ పెట్టాలి. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు యూజ్ ఇమేజెస్, okay, then you need to keep that images inside the public folder. Suppose you develop a tourist website, a tourist React application. So tourist application means tourist images, tourist place images are required, right now? Right. Then where to keep that all that images? Because
In public folder.
in the public folder. Remember, public. See, public telephone booth. What is the meaning of public telephone booth? Means
It is.
that phone can be used by any public, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
See, public, private. Important words. Public, private. Private means our personal one. Public means all. So
Sir.
internet means what? All clients. Those who uses the web browser, right? So
Yes.
any client who uses the web browser can access the content which is inside the public folder. Okay, so as a React developer, if you want to make anything public to the public, you need to keep that content inside the public folder. Right? That is okay. See, that's why the index.html is inside the public folder. Because we want to make this index.html to be available to the outside world. Okay, right. But inside the index.html, there is nothing. But still our application showing some content, right? Image, links and all. So how the index.html body is with content at runtime? That is the important point. Now see, go back. Here the developer is mainly concerned with one folder called src, source. So the source code is nothing but the code which is written by the React developer. Okay, React developer develops components. Okay, or the React developer writes the code. Just assume that code is placed inside the src, source code. Src means source code. So mainly the developer is concerned with which folder? src. Okay, you are a React developer. You uses this folder src. Remember, source. Okay, now expand this. src means source code folders. No. Yes. So the project structure you should not change. Remember that it is configured. Okay, inside the src you can create multiple folders, right? See, I will explain about the project structure one by one. Okay, now here the code is written by using React developer using JavaScript. Okay, you are a React developer. You write the code by using JavaScript with the help of React libraries. Okay, right. Now, where is that code? Very simple. Already I told you. React developer uses JavaScript code. So, among these files, which is with the .js extension, identify. The app.js is there, and app.test.js is there, and index.js is there. So 1, 2, and 3 files are there with an extension .js. They are JavaScript files. .js means JavaScript. Now just expand index.js. I mean select this. Some code is there. Okay. So index.js contains some code. Just here, please observe some import statements are there, and one particular see here, some tags are there, okay, which are similar to like HTML. How can you say? See, left angle bracket is there, right angle bracket is there, right? See, in the HTML, every tag is enclosed by left angle and right angle brackets, right? See, body, left angle bracket, right angle bracket, div, left angle bracket and right angle bracket, right? Right or wrong? See here, opening left angle bracket, right angle bracket, right? Now here in the index.js, if you observe here, P is like a tag, right? So APP, it is enclosed by left angle bracket and right angle bracket. So it seems to be like a tag. It seems to be. It is similar to like an HTML tag. But is it an HTML tag? No, it is not a HTML tag. Okay, it is a user-defined tag. Assume that it is a user-defined tag. It is not predefined. It is user-defined. What is its name? APP. Okay. Now, what is APP? We don't know. Right? We don't know. Here, what is the conclusion of this code? This entire code. What is the conclusion? What is the main functionality of this entire code? Now, first coming to this first line, it created a variable named as root, and it points to a tag whose ID is equal to root. Here, don't get confused about this word root. Next, after that, you passed this APP as input to a method called render, and that render method is invoked by root. So let us copy this line and try to see here. It is not possible to understand the entire code here, but just outline I am trying to explain. Let us const root means constant. Here root is nothing but variable. Now come back to here. So root is a variable. Okay, see this diagram. Root is a variable. Okay, right. Now it is a JavaScript variable. Remember that. Next. Now this variable is equal to equal to react dom dot create root of document dot get element by id of root. So what is the meaning of this statement? Document dot get element by id. Okay, now here this document means our HTML page, right? Get element by id means get the address. For better understanding, I am using that words, but exactly they are not appropriate. Okay, initially ఈజీగా అర్థం చేసుకోవడం కోసం మాత్రమే నేను ఆ పదాలు వాడుతున్నాను, బట్ వన్స్ మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ లోకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఐ విల్ చేంజ్ దట్ వర్డ్స్. సో గెట్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై ఐడి ఆఫ్ రూట్, రూట్ అనే పేరుతో ఉన్నటువంటి ట్యాగ్ యొక్క అడ్రస్ తీసుకురమ్మంటుంది. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద టోటల్ సమ్మరీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్? HTML పేజ్ లో రూట్ అనే పేరుతో ఉన్నటువంటి ట్యాగ్ యొక్క అడ్రస్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఈ వేరియబుల్ కి అసైన్ చేయమంటున్నాం. ఓకే, సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ ఏ పాయింటర్ ఇన్ ద సి లాంగ్వేజ్. సి లాంగ్వేజ్ కనుక మీకు ఎవరికైనా ఐడియా ఉంటే పాయింటర్. ఓకే, సో నౌ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ హియర్, సి దిస్ రూట్, this root variable, by the execution of that line, what happens? This root variable is able to point this one. Okay, so this root variable now is able to point this tag, are able to refer this tag. Okay, see, I summarized that entire operation. ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏం జరిగింది అనే దాని గురించి నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం లేదు. ఓకే, అవుట్లైన్ మాత్రమే, ఎందుకంటే ఇది టోటల్ గా ఒక ఫ్లో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి మాత్రమే నేను ఇక్కడ ఏ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను, రైట్? సో దట్ యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు రిఫర్ దిస్ div tag whose id is equal to root by using this variable. Now what is the importance of this second one? See this react render.
సార్ ఒకసారి అది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి ఇంకోసారి. కాన్స్టాంట్ రూట్ ఈక్వల్ టు రియాక్ట్ డాట్.
Yeah,
రియాక్ట్.
see this. See, if you want to manage anything, you should able to refer it.
Yes.
See, I want to do something on this div tag. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So without referring this div tag, okay, is it possible to manage the div tag?
No.
No. So I need the reference of this div tag. Reference means just a new address.
Yes.
Reference means address. Okay, see, ఇక్కడ మీకు ఒక కన్ఫ్యూజ్ వస్తుంది. div tag కి అడ్రస్ ఉంటుందా? ఒక HTML tag కి అడ్రస్ ఉంటుందా? Okay, is the tags contains addresses? Really no. Okay, really no. But yeah, they contains addresses. How?
They will by ID.
No. There is one concept. See, నేను ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి ఇక్కడ మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారు, ఎందుకంటే ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ నేను నెక్స్ట్ రెగ్యులర్ కరికులమ్స్ లో పార్ట్ కి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. ఏంటంటే అది ద డాక్యుమెంట్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ రియాక్ట్. Here this, see, the React works based on the DOM and virtual DOM, right?
Yes.
DOM, document object model. What is that? See, every tag in the HTML page is converted into object whenever it is loaded by the browser. Browser HTML tag ni load చేసినప్పుడు ఆ HTML tag ని ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కింద మారుస్తుంది ఇంటర్నల్ గా. ట్యాగ్ కాదు, ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకే, ఆబ్జెక్ట్. సో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి మెమరీ ఉంటుంది కదా. Object contains properties, methods, events and all.
Yes, sir.
That is the thing. Okay, I will explain about that one, don't worry. Okay, those people who don't know about the basics, don't worry, I will explain everything. Okay, because we start with HTML, JavaScript and CSS, so that you are able to know about the data types, control structures, arrays, objects and everything. What is meant by property, what is meant by event, everything you are able to know. Okay, how the HTML and JavaScript works together, that is also I will explain everything with proper examples. Okay, right. So here, for your better understanding, in the diagram, I drawn the line like this. But actually what happens, root is an object. It is a JavaScript variable. Okay. But whereas ID is a tag. Really, a variable never points a tag. Okay. But actually, what happened here, this div tag is internally converted into an object.
Okay.
This div tag is internally converted into an object.
Check.
Okay. That object's memory is referred by this root variable. Okay. That is the thing. Right. So now coming to this next one. This root dot render. Now just remove these tags. Right. You are passing this app into which one? Render method. This render is a method. Remember, render is a method. To this method, you are giving app. Okay. So render is a function. Into that function or to that function, you are passing the tag app as input to it. Simple ga cheppalante app ane tag ni meer render method istunaru. Okay, you are giving as input. The app tag is given as input to render method. Render method is invoked by which object? Root object. Right. Now the root object is pointing to which one? Div tag. So here again come back. So this is the render method. This render method is invoked by which one? Root object. Now to this render method you are passing
div app tag. Right. Fine. Now the important point is what is app? it is JavaScript.
That is meaningless right now. Okay. App, you don't know the meaning of app. It is not HTML tag. Suppose if it is HTML tag, you can explain about that. Suppose H1 button. Okay. You can explain. But app, it is meaningless right now.
Yes.
Now come back to the source code. Here there is one file with the name app.js. Okay.
Yes.
So app అనే పేరుతో మీరు ఒక ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ చేశారు. See here. Click on it. Now tell me, even without basic knowledge also, you can answer this question. Now what is app right now?
It is function.
See, app. You are able to see this, right? App.
Yes.
Now what is left side on the app? Function. Now tell me what is app?
It is function.
Function. Right? See,
Yes.
few seconds, just few seconds, okay, back, we don't know what is app. But right now, we know app. What is app? So app is a function. Clear? So it means, as per our code, you are passing app, right, as input to the render method. Fine.
So this is APP, right? Now you are passing this APP as input to render method, right? Now what is inside the app.js? That is the important point you should know. Here, this is a function and it contains a return statement. Return. Okay. What is the general meaning of English meaning of return? Return means it gives back. It gives back, right? Return means it gives back, right? So whenever you called the app method, it returns this code, right, Ram?
Yes, sir.
Now what is this code? Just by seeing these tags, tell me what is this code? This code is HTML code. Now what is the statement we written here? Website is a collection of components, I mean a React application, which is with one HTML page with one component. That component contains HTML code. So now one HTML page. What is that? What is the name of that HTML page in the React application?
App.index.
HTML page. Index.html. And it is with one component, right? So what is the name of that component?
App.js.
That is the thing. Right? Now see here. This function app contains the div, header, img, paragraph, anchor tags, right? By using, but all these header, image, paragraph, and anchor tags are a part of a div tag, right?
Yes.
And whose class name is equal to
App.
app, right? So wherever you call this function app, it returns this HTML code, right? Just assume. Okay. Now copy this code. Right. So please observe this. You can write any type of HTML code inside this, right? So function app, it contains a return statement. That return statement contains a div tag, and inside that div tag you can keep any type of HTML code. If you know the HTML, మీకు HTML వచ్చుంటే ఈ div tag లోపల మీరు ఎలాంటి HTML కోడ్ అయినా రాసుకోవచ్చు. Right? So as per our design here, ఈ app tag లో ఏ tags ఉన్నాయి చెప్పండి? Just header is there, right? One image is there, right? img, and one paragraph is there, and one anchor tag is there, right? See, this is right. So now please observe this flow. You are passing app as input to the render method. Okay. Now what is the meaning of app? This entire source code, right? See this function. When this function is executed, it returns div code, right? Div code from this one, this div code, right? Please observe this div code, right? This one.
Yes.
This div code. So wherever you used app, okay, in that place, the output of this app, the return values of this app are passed as input to this. So what is the output of what are the return values of this app?
Div.
See, this return statement returns which code? This div code, right?
Yes.
So it means app అనేది యూస్ చేసిన చోట ఏ కోడ్ రీప్లేస్ అవుతుంది?
The code.
Here we are specifying app. Now what is the meaning of app? HTML code. app అంటే ఏంటి? HTML code. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ app అనే ప్లేస్ లో రన్ టైమ్ లో ఏమొస్తుంది ఇక్కడ?
HTML code.
ఈ HTML కోడ్ ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది యాజ్ ఇన్పుట్ టు రెండర్ మెథడ్, రైట్? సో రెండర్ మెథడ్ లోకి మీరు ఏం పాస్ చేస్తున్నట్టు ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా?
HTML codes.
ద HTML కోడ్ ఆఫ్ app. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ app అని పాస్ చేస్తున్నారు అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి? యు ఆర్ పాసింగ్ ద HTML కోడ్ ఆఫ్ app ఇంటూ ద రెండర్ మెథడ్, రైట్? దట్ ఈస్ సో ఈ particular div tag, see this one, this entire div code is passed as input to this render method, right? So at runtime this is replaced by
HTML code of
this one like this. See, to the return statement you are passing this entire div code, right?
Yes, sir.
But actually this div code came from app. So instead of passing the entire HTML code, you are passing app. That's all. Okay, that is. Now once the design code of app, it is called design code, right? What is HTML? Nothing but the design, right? Or the user interface, right? So now that HTML code is passed as input to the render method. Render method is called by which one? Root. Now root points to which one? This root points to div id root, right? So the HTML code right. See, this HTML code, we can say HTML code. The HTML code of app is passed as input to render method. This render method is invoked by root and root points to div id. Okay, now this div id root is replaced with the HTML code of app. Okay, so the render method renders HTML code to the front end wherever the div id root is there. Okay, see here the root points to which one? Div id root. So this div id root is replaced with
render
the HTML code which is passed to the render method. Remember, see, to the render method you are passing the HTML code. Now that HTML code is nothing but, we can call it as a UI of app, right? See, it adds the meaning. So whenever you said app, what is the meaning of app? The meaning of app is nothing but it's HTML code, right? app అని ట్యాగ్ కనుక మీరు యూస్ చేస్తే అక్కడ ఎలాంటి అవుట్పుట్ రావాలి అనేది ఎవరు డిసైడ్ చేశారు? ఆ ఏపీపీ అనే ట్యాగ్ యొక్క హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ కోడ్ డిసైడ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో దట్ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ కోడ్ ఈజ్ పాస్డ్ యాజ్ ఇన్పుట్ టు ద రెండర్ మెథడ్ and that render method replaces the root tag. See this, the div id root tag with the HTML code of app at runtime. So see this. So wherever the div id root is there, in that place the div class name equal to app, this HTML code comes at runtime through this render method. Okay, ఎలా వచ్చింది? How it is possible? You passed the app's HTML code as input to render method. So render method is invoked by root. Root points to div id root. Okay, so at this render method replaces this root div tag with the HTML code of app at runtime. So ఇక్కడ ఎంటీగా ఉంది ఫస్ట్, బట్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ కోడ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిందో ఆ కోడ్ దేంతో రీప్లేస్ చేసింది? ఈ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ ఏపీపీ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ కోడ్ తో రీప్లేస్ చేసింది. ఏపీపీ హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ కోడ్ లో ఏమున్నాయి? హెడర్, ఇమేజ్, పారాగ్రాఫ్, యాంకర్ ట్యాగ్. అవే మనకు అవుట్పుట్ కింద ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లో వచ్చింది. Okay, right. Now see, to understand this concept up to some extent JavaScript knowledge is also required. Don't worry. Okay, I will explain, but this is the flow, right? This is empty HTML tag. This div tag is empty, right? A empty HTML tag is replaced with one particular HTML code. Okay, that HTML code name is app, right? What is the name given to this HTML code?
app.
App, right?
Yes.
That is. So now see this. So this is the way of connection. Now, is it really true? Let us go back to the app.js and here just remove all the code and write your own tag. HTML, I am from app. Okay, clear? Now go back to our public, open the index.html, and here above the root create one h1 tag. Okay, I am above the root, and this is h2. I am below the root. So in between these two header tags, which tag is there? Root. Now inside the root, any content is there to display? No,
Yeah,
it is empty, right?
Yes.
It is empty. Now execute our application. whenever the component source code is modified, it takes little bit more time. Remember that, because it need to execute from the scratch. See this? I am above the root. It is from which tag? It is from index.html, right?
Sir.
I am below the root. This h1 tag, this h2 tag is from
Index.
index.html. But I am from app. It is came from app.js, app component, right?
Yes, sir.
It means the HTML code of app is embedded inside the HTML, index.html, right? See, these two tags came from index.html. This tag is came from app, right? app.js, right? In such a way, to create the components and push them to the front end, okay, into a single page. Clear? Now let us do one thing. Come back here and delete the h1 tag from the app, okay, or modify. See, I am from app.js. Just save it. See this? Automatically the front end modified. Right or not? Earlier it is I am from app, but it is now I am from app.js. Right?
Yes.
So now come back. Now I want to create a component. Okay, our own component. Right? For example, see, this is index.html. Okay, it is fixed always, right? Right or wrong?
Right.
In our React application, it is fixed always, right?
Right.
Right. And it contains
Div. Root.
it contains right. It is fixed, right? See, I am not writing in terms of code, in terms of container, right? This is index.html. In that, root tag is there. Inside the root tag, any code is there? No, right? So now design 3 components separately. See, it is say like top bar. It is a component I want to create. Okay, and inside this component, just I want to keep one h1 tag. That's all. Okay. Second component I want to create. So I want to content area. Okay. And in this, just I want to keep only one HTML tag right now. H1. I have content area. In the real time, you need to replace these two with your own content. Okay. Suppose మీరు టాప్ బార్ లో అనుకోండి రియల్ టైం ఏం ప్లేస్ చేయొచ్చు మీ కంపెనీ లోగో పెట్టొచ్చు ఇక్కడ అవునా యువర్ కంపెనీ నేమ్ అండ్ ద లింక్స్
Address.
something. Okay. And in the content area, you can put the welcome messages, right? Welcome to our company. Okay. We are so and so, we are so and so, like that. You can write the content here, right? And I want to create one more component. See, this is the third component. And I want to put the name like this footer area. Okay. Now, as like we used this, as like we used APP, in the same way, I want to embed these three. Okay. Now I want my top bar, content area, and footer area to be in this area. How? This is the very important point. Now, here I want to use the React default application as it is, because you are all beginners. Okay. Once you became master over this components management, then you can make changes to it. Okay. So once ఒకసారి మీరు కాంపోనెంట్స్ క్రియేషన్ మీద వాటి మేనేజ్మెంట్ మీద వాటి లైఫ్ సైకిల్స్ మీద ఓకే వాటికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ప్రాజెక్ట్ స్ట్రక్చర్ నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్స్ నేమింగ్ రూల్స్ ఓకే వీటన్నిటి మీద గ్రిప్ వస్తే దెన్ యూ కెన్ మేనేజ్ బట్ రైట్ నౌ లెర్నింగ్ స్టేజ్ లో ఉన్నా కాబట్టి ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ దాన్ని మాడిఫై చేయటం ఎలా అనేటువంటిది మాత్రం ఓకే ఇనిషియల్ స్టేజ్ తర్వాత స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ మనం ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ అబౌట్ హౌ టు చేంజ్ ద బేసిక్ డిఫాల్ట్ థింగ్స్ ఓకే నా డివ్ రూట్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ రైట్ ఏపీపీ కూడా ఉంది కదా ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్ అవర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ index.html is there. It contains dyd root and it contains app.js also, right? So now here this is app.js. Right? Now this app.js content is given to is rendered towards the root, right? This is the root object. So with the help of this root object, we are rendering the app.js content into dyd root, right? Now let us go back to the source code, remove the code from app.js. Any code inside the div tag of app.js? See,
No.
all of you see this app, sorry, div class name app. Any code inside the div?
No.
So let us save and go back to index.html. Now remove this h1 and this h2 also. Now any code inside the index.html? No. Any code inside the app.js? No. Right. So any code is there? Any output? No, because our app.js is empty and our index.html is also empty, right? Now, I want to create these three components. Okay, and make them, move them into app.js. Okay, ఈ టాప్ బార్ క్రియేట్ చేయండి, కంటెంట్ ఏరియాని క్రియేట్ చేయండి, ఫుటర్ ఏరియాని క్రియేట్ చేయండి, చేసి వాటిని ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేయాలి, app.js లో ప్లేస్ చేయండి. అప్పుడు app.js వెళ్ళి ఎందులో ప్లేస్ అవుతుంది,
రూట్ డివైడెడ్
ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ index.html లో రూట్ దగ్గర రెండర్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, రూట్ ప్లేస్ లో అది రెండర్ అవుతుంది. సో app.js లో ఇప్పుడు ఏమున్నట్టు,
3 components.
ఈ 3 కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఉన్నట్టు. ఓకే, సో this is the one of the way how to create a application in the React. సో ఈ టాప్ బార్ లో మీకు కావాల్సిన మీ కంపెనీ లోగో, టైటిల్, లింక్స్ అన్ని ప్లేస్ చేసుకోండి. ఇది కంటెంట్ ఏరియా, ఇది ఫుటర్ ఏరియా. సో HTML ఎఫెక్టివ్ గా వస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మనం ఈ 3 కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఏం చేయొచ్చు, ప్రాపర్ విడ్త్, హైట్ తో, బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్ తో, వాటన్నిటితో కూడా మనం దీన్ని డెకరేట్ చేయొచ్చు. అవునా కదా, చేశారు, రైట్? బట్ వీ నీడ్ ద స్కెలిటన్ ఫస్ట్. We need the skeleton first. Okay, HTML is required and React is also required, right? Now it is a skeleton. Okay, top bar is a React component, but the React component contains HTML code, right? So to make that component perfect, okay, that component complete, you need HTML. For component creation, you need React. Component is created by which one? React. Component internal design is created by HTML. So HTML and React are required, right, together. Component is created by React. Components design is created by HTML. Okay. Now let us see. The structure. This app is see already. See this one. This is. Now come back here. Now you need to create which one? As per this diagram, top bar you need to create, right? Top bar. Now come back. How a app is created? Function app. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis, opening curly brace, closing curly brace, inside a return statement, right? With again opening and closing parenthesis, in between the UI code, right? Now you are a React developer. Your source code should be inside the SRC, right? Now select the SRC folder. See here. Now I selected SRC. Now here some links are there. Here, see this plus symbols, right? Plus symbols. Please see this. New file, new folder. UI. Then here a entry box is here. Now what is the name of your first component?
Taskbar.
Top bar, right?
Yes, top bar.
Top bar dot JS. Clear?
Okay.
Next, what is second component? Content area. Third one, footer area. Now here again select SRC, click on plus symbol, content area dot JS. Okay. Now again select SRC, select plus symbol, footer area dot JS. Right? So now the 3 components files are ready, but the components are not yet created. So how to create a component? Just observe the app.js. It is a functional component. Okay. See, I am not explaining the entire curriculum. Just it is a outline. How the React component and HTML code are integrated together. How a default application can be converted into a normal application, okay, with basic skeleton, with minimum modifications. ఇక్కడ నేను ఎక్కువ మోడిఫికేషన్స్ ఏం చేయగల అవును బేసిక్ index.html తీసుకున్నాం బేసిక్ app.js తీసుకున్నాం దాంట్లో 3 కాంపోనెంట్స్ యాడ్ చేశాను హెడర్ ఫుటర్ కంటెంట్ ఏరియా మీకు HTML పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా వస్తే you can create a very good header right footer and content area so it becomes a good very React application right with single 3 components okay so now see come back to this footer top bar see this function what is the name of the component
Top
bar opening and closing parenthesis you need to read the syntax remember opening curly brace and closing curly brace in that return statement followed by opening and closing parenthesis semicolon okay now inside this opening and closing parenthesis you need to write the
HTML
div statement right because wherever the div top bar is used which UI should come some HTML output should come right నేను ఎక్కడైతే నేను టాప్ బార్ అని వాడతానో అక్కడ ఏం కావాలి దానికి HTML కోడ్ రావాలి సో టాప్ బార్ యొక్క HTML కోడ్ ఏమైనా ఉందా ఇక్కడ నో సో రైట్ ద HTML కోడ్ div okay so right now just I want to give only one placeholder okay I am top bar so మీకు HTML కోడ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా వస్తే ఒక లోగో హైపర్ లింక్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్ అన్ని సెట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు top bar so just I am creating a container right you created a function in topbar.js file right now as per this diagram you want to use this top bar inside the app.js right so oka file lo una content ni nenu inko file lo vaadukundam anukuntunna so topbar.js bar ane component app.js లోకి రావాలి ఓకే ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి ఓకే export any component from the export file and import you want to use it okay ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ ని ఎంటైర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో ఎక్కడైనా యూజ్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ముందు దాన్ని ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయాలి ఓకే ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడం అంటే అన్లాక్ చేయడం లాంటిది ఓకే యు ఆర్ మేకింగ్ అవైలబుల్ టు ద అవుట్ సైడ్ వరల్డ్ ఓకే మన హౌస్ లో లోపల ఒక మనిషిని పెట్టి లాక్ చేస్తే అనుకోండి ఆ మనిషితో ఎవరైనా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలరా బయట ప్రపంచానికి రాలేడు here this top bar is not available to the project the top bar component available kaadu okay if you check the app.js see here at the end of this app.js what is the code here export default app why this export because you are using this app in index.js right సో app.js లో ఉన్న app అనే కాంపోనెంట్ ని index.js లో ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ నుంచి కాంపోనెంట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ అయ్యి అక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ అవ్వాలి you got the point so here topbar.js లో ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేసి app.js లో ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయండి ఓకే సో two statements you need to add one export statement in topbar.js import statement in app.js app.js లో ఎందుకు ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయాలి అక్కడ దాన్ని మనం యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం కాబట్టి అలా కాకుండా ఇంకొక ఫైల్ లో ఇంపోర్ట్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే దేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ ఇంపోర్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఓకే ఈ కాంపోనెంట్ ని ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే అక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ రాయాలి యా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు నో ప్రాబ్లం రైట్ సో now see this export default app in the same way write the statement at the end of top bar component
export default top bar
so semicolon okay
sir
now
సార్ మనం index.html ఫైల్ లో ఇంపోర్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ రాసినాం సార్
yeah
in index.html page have we written import
I will show you.
import
I will show you. Once it is completed, I will show you. Okay, first let us complete this example because already 12 o'clock is over. Okay.
Yes, sir.
See.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So content area, opening and closing parentheses,
Opening bracket.
curly braces, in that return. Sorry. Say return, semicolon, and inside the opening and closing parentheses, you need to write a div tag, and here just h1. Content area. Now export. Right? Our content is ready. Now third one. See, you can do the copy paste, but to get the grip over the syntaxes in the initial days, better to type. Okay, that is. So function footer area. Now return. Now div. Now export this. Default. Right. So our three components are ready. Now, as per this diagram, these three components need to be used in the app.js. Right. So now open the app.js. Here you want to use that components. Okay. So top bar, I want to see it is not at over. Content area. Clear. Just save this and please observe. And top bar, I am content area and I am footer. Right. See, they are just H1 tags as a UI, but in the real time, top bar means here the top bar need to be decorated with a logo here. Just assume, suppose you are working for a company. Okay, you need to create a logo here, and you need to create links here. You need to add a title here. Welcome to some XYZ company, right around, and you need to add some links here. It depends upon your design. Okay, you no need to follow the same design here, right? And some links to social networks like this. In this way also you can design, right? Or this is logo. Okay. For example, you can make this again as other components. See, here I want to create a menu bar. Okay, this is menu bar. On this above menu bar, here I want to create a logo. Here I want to create a welcome text.
Here I want to add social network links, Facebook link, Instagram link, and all, right? So this is Facebook link, Instagram link, YouTube link, and all. This is the top bar design. So in the real time, you need to design like this. For all these things, you need the help of HTML, right? See, this is another area which contains the image tag logo. Okay, this is menu bar which contains anchor tags. This is heading. Okay, it contains some heading tag, and these are all links again, but with images, with icons. Okay, Facebook icon, YouTube icon, Instagram icon, Twitter icon, like that. So in such a way, you need to prepare the top bar. Then the top bar comes into the app.js. Right, Ram? Right. In the same way, now the content area. Okay. See on the middle, okay, some like welcome to customers, something like that. Then about your paragraph, about your company, something. Right. So that is the content area. Suppose, see for example, you can design this content area in a different way. For example, on the left side, I want to create one more menu. This is left side menu, and this is the right side part. So the content area you can design in a different way, like this. Right. Now see this left side. Okay. See the design, how the design is. See, just think about the design only right now. Don't think about any React APIs or React, how it will be materialized. It comes as a part of the course. Just it is a paperwork, a outline. Okay, this is index.html, basic piece. This is app.js, basic component. Okay, these two are provided by React app by default. So now you are working on, in addition to these two, you are working on your own components and their design and their placements. Okay, which width they occupy, their background color, foreground colors, their behavior, everything, right? Okay. Say for example here, you want to create like you want to create this as a login area. Just assume. Yes, you can create like. Here you want to display the content. That is okay. Here for new users, you can use this area for login, forgot password. Okay, new user, sign in, sign up, and forgot password. These three options are provided in this part for your application. This footer is replaced with again two links. Which contains, see at the bottom, it contains the links to terms and conditions, feedback, okay, so company policy, so and so links, and above here some main page links also will be provided, because nowadays if you observe the bottom area of any website, they are providing links at the bottom area also. Please observe that whatever the links are available at the top, the same links are available in the footer area also, as like a blocks. I will show you. These are all the links. Yeah. Suppose if you observe this one. See this here. This is the top bar, right? This is the top bar. This is the logo area, right? And this is the search area, right? And this is the cart area. And here this is menu bar, right? And this is one component, right? See this? It is displaying one product, right? Component design is repeated, but the component content is not repeated. See, and see at the bottom. See, this is the add area, right? This is the add area, right or not? See this. This is add area. Next. See, this is offers area. Please observe. See here, this is the footer, right? See, please observe that. See, there is no any fixed design. Okay, once upon a time, website means some fixed designs are there, but now it is not fixed design. Okay, it is a okay. You can place anything anywhere. Okay, you can place anything anywhere. If you feel it is suitable, it gives a convenient experience. It gives a visual treat. Okay, for usage point of view and experience point of view, if it is a new thing to a customer and customer feels a little bit different and feels convenient, okay, you can use that design. Okay, customer different feel eye catchy ga undi. Okay, customer user interface ni use chesukodaniki ibbandi lekunda undaలి. Okay, మీరు ఒక ఎక్సలెంట్ UI డిజైన్ చేసి కస్టమర్ కి కన్వీనియంట్ గా లేకపోతే కస్టమర్ మీ వెబ్సైట్ assume that you are a customer, think like you are a customer. If any interface is not convenient to you to use, can you revisit the website? Tell me. No, you never visits, right or not? Right or not? That is so UI design. See at the bottom here links are there. About us, in news, green big basket, privacy policy, right? So it means this is the footer area, right? This is also a footer area, and this is also a footer area. So the entire footer area is divided into again different parts. So we can't say it is just like a footer area. It is bottom area. That's all, right? So it depends purely on. See, if you see this one. If you see this one, see how it is divided into how many containers? Just assume this is one container. Okay. Right. So just select this. This is totally one container, right? Please observe that. This is the first column. This is second. And this is third. 4 parts. Right. See, whenever there is no borders, it seems to be like a single unit. Okay, but see these are this is help area, help links area. This is main menu area. This is Play Store apps links area. This is social networks area. Right or not? They are providing the same functionality or not? This is menu area, right? This is help links area. This is Play Store links area, apps links area, right? And this is social networks area, right or not? These 4 areas are collectively called as say some one part of the bottom area, okay, or maybe bottom links area. You can give any name depending upon their functionality. Okay, so in this way, the React app components and the HTML are connected together. Okay, So tomorrow we are going to see how to create the multiple components with little bit design. I mean some additional design, like by taking any tourist place or any product, okay, or any say some any example. Okay, by taking some example, tomorrow we are going to create a component, right, with some HTML tags. Today we created a skeleton. So tomorrow we are going to create a component with HTML code. Okay. Right. Yeah, so many things. See, I want to show you. See, just about our React curriculum. Just a minute. Many libraries we require. Okay, as a part of our here I already see this. We are going to use Redux. Okay, and we are going to use the RxJS. And we are going to use different libraries. See this. This is our total outline. React. Okay. HTML, CSS, JavaScript is different. Okay. Their curriculums are different. This is only the React curriculum. See this here. First, the JavaScript from basics to advanced, the setup, next JSX, and next the components, and how to create the form, and the routing. Okay. Next, state management, event handling, and working with REST web API. This is very important. Remember, if you want to improve, if you want very high priority, okay, in the company, you should have a knowledge to interact with web API by using React application. Very important, because you created the UI. See here. For example, this is UI. Okay. For example, here this is UI. Assume that here the vegetables of information is coming, right? Assume that this is UI, but information to this UI is given by information means this name, capsicum, green, loose, and this image. See, get 20% off, and see this is the quantity and price, right? And see, these are the quantities and the prices area, and this is the discount. And here see the required quantity you need to enter, and here you need to click the add button. So what is the functionality of add button? Add is a user interface. Please observe all of you. Where you are entering the quantity, that is user interface. Where the button is there, that is user interface. But when you click add, some functionality need to be executed, right? Right. What is that functionality? How to write that functionality? By using React, you can create this API. Sorry, you can create this UI. Okay. So this is the area of offer. This is the area of image. Okay. Here you are specifying the type of product, vegetarian or non-veg. Okay. See this, veg. See this. These are all vegetable products. Okay, veg products, right? And this is the title, name of the product, and this is the quantity and price area, right? So here, this design is created by the React UI, so by the React developer. But into this UI, this image, how this image is came? Who provided this image data?
Database.
Who provided this offer, and who provided all these names and prices and all? This is only possible at the real time by this web API. So it means if the web API is not there in the backend, what happens? Just empty skeleton will be displayed, right, Ram? See, just assume that our cupboards are without books, empty cupboards. Just assume. Cupboards means design. Okay, empty design. There is no content, right? So the content is provided by this web API, right? You are clicking the add button, then the quantity is added to the cart, right, Ram? So that is the functionality. Next, styling. See this React apps with Redux. This is very, very important. See, you can explore this Redux in so many ways. So many ways. You can rewrite one example in more than 3 ways, or at least for every example. Okay, especially which deals with input and output and deal. Okay, I mean the backend all. You can create an example with React. You can create an example with React with hooks. You can create an example with Redux hooks. Possibilities. I am telling you the possibilities. Same concept you can implement in 3 ways. Okay, I will show you. Right. One example in more than one way by using different libraries. Clear? That is. Next, Flux and React hooks, unit testing. This is also very important. And integration with other libraries. So many different libraries are there. Okay, which are useful for React. So what are they at right now? Okay, how to integrate that libraries as a part of our React project, and what are the additional features? New features are came. Okay, what are the new features came in the React in the latest versions? Right. Next, after that, you need to see how to see the React application means React project means it is not a single file, right? It is not a single component. Multiple components, so much of source code you need to write. Right? It is a collection, right? It is a collection. Developer point of view, it is okay. But when it comes to the production side, when you want to deploy it on the server, then how? Okay. And finally, the developed project is deployed on the cloud services. That is not included here, but it is an additional chapter. Okay. As a part of our curriculum, we will show once the application is developed, that application is deployed on the cloud services. So how to deploy application on the cloud service and how to use it, how to access. We'll show you through an example, everything, including the backend database and web API also. Remember that. Only UI is useless, right? Only UI is useless. So UI, backend web API with database, you should deploy it on the real-time server. Okay, on the cloud services, especially nowadays, right? So at the end, we deal with the cloud services also. Right? And each chapter is again, so many things are there in each chapter. Okay, there are multiple possibilities are there. But for each chapter, the basics are very important. Remember that. So these components, after that, JSX, state management, types of components, okay, input validations, and after that, sending the data to backend. That is up to one step. After that, see, up to here, it is like a normal React. Once the hooks are entered, that is different. Okay. Once the backend hooks are entered, that is one area, one situation. Once the web API are entered, that is again another one. Okay. See, alone you are working, that is okay. When you and your friend working collectively, then that is a different thing. because communication is required, right? That's the thing. So when you are communicating, which type of communication is very important? How to design the communication with the others? Communication mechanism is important. You should prepare a proper mechanism. The React application communicates with the backend web API. So what type of mechanism is required? Okay, see, you and your friend talking each other, but the procedure, the way you are communicating, it should be secured. It should be secured, and there is no loss of data, and passing of data should be very fast, and it should be more convenient. Right around? Right around? When you are communicating with others, the communication system should be clear or not. So here also, once the UI application is completed, okay, the front end, how the front end communicates with the back end web API. That is very, very important, right? Now I will show you the document also. Just a minute. See, first, the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And in that, the main concentration completely on JavaScript, along with the HTML and CSS. HTML, CSS is okay. But among these three, the major importance is given to JavaScript when compared to the remaining two chapters. Okay. But complete HTML we covers. Remember that. CSS also we covers. But for your career point of view also, JavaScript knowledge is very important. Okay. Next, ReactJS, ReactJSX, and these components. When you are working with components, so many things are there. These are all different types of these are all the different features of components. Forms and UI, working with REST Web API, and router, React router, state management. This is also very, very important. And event handling, styles, building React apps with Redux. See, I told you now, once Redux is entered, again there is a change in the way of coding. Right, this is plugs and hooks, custom hooks and unit testing. Integration with other libraries, and this is about the protocols and deployment, code splitting, isomorphic React, the new features of React 16, 17, and 18 versions, and Webpack, fetching the data and using GraphQL. Totally 23 chapters. Okay. And final one is working on cloud services.
Like each chapter is like for each chapter, how many days will be like teaching? Like how many days will you be teaching for one chapter?
See, it depends upon each chapter we are going in depth. Remember that. Okay. Yes. Per day, 2 hours is the minimum time. If the time is really required, we will extend it. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So see here, so many, each and every minute point. Okay, we designed this curriculum by observing almost around 25 companies JDs.
Yes.
Okay, it is not prepared just by observing the general requirements. It is designed purely by considering 25 company JDs.
Okay.
That is okay.
So yeah. And will you be focusing on HTML, CSS in the beginning, or like we have
see, it is a parallel. It is a parallel. First we start with HTML and CSS and JavaScript up to certain period of time. Maybe it depends upon the receiving capabilities and the team. Okay, so mostly around it is a 4 to 7 days. Okay, that is the thing. Because see today why we focused on the component with HTML. If you want to design a component, HTML is required, right, Ram?
Yes, sir. Right.
So if you learn only HTML without component, it becomes a normal web page, right?
Yes, sir.
It is not a React. So React components with HTML. How the HTML helps to the React components and how the React components uses HTML. That is what I want to prove.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the React components takes the help of HTML to create their UI. Components user interface is created with the help of HTML and CSS in the initial days. Okay, once the HTML and CSS are completed, okay, the total entire things are over. You can replace that HTML and CSS with Bootstrap.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Bootstrap, right? Because using Bootstrap also you can create UI, right? Ram?
Yes, sir.
User interface is created by using Bootstrap also.
Yeah.
But
It is predefined.
But without knowing the syntax of HTML, okay, you can't understand the Bootstrap also.
Yes.
So first you need to work with HTML and CSS. Then
Yes.
only you are able to understand up to forms UI. Remember,
Yes.
okay. In the React syllabus, validations, front-end validations, forms UI chapters are there. So all the chapters are comfortable with HTML and CSS code. That's the thing, especially the HTML code. Okay, CSS is additional. So once you got the grip over the basic functionalities, then you can replace the UI with Bootstrap also. That is the thing. Okay.
Yeah. And if possible, please share this like this curriculum.
Yeah.
To
You can contact Anitha or Rushmitha. Okay, they will share the curriculum. Okay.
okay, sir.
So one brochure is there, they will share. And see the additional cloud concepts also will be added at the end. Remember that. With the DevOps demo classes and Agile methodology classes and Git repository and Azure App Services. These are also added as a part of our React application development course at the end. Okay, in that curriculum, actually we not yet added, but they are also as a part of our curriculum. Remember that. Agile classes, DevOps classes, okay, and the Git repository, using the Git repository. Next, using app services.
Okay.
So these concepts are also added as a part of our React curriculum. That is okay.
Okay.
Right. And finally,
Will you be teaching
one project with the complete flow. Okay, whatever the concepts we are covering, all the concepts, by implementing all that concepts, we are developing a project. Okay, so the project is also, it is a continuous process along with our course. Remember that, because first we need to work theoretically and the design aspect point of view on the project first of all. So for that also we conduct the classes by taking one real-time application. See here, first we start working with the design. Okay, theoretically on the paper you need to put how many components are required. Okay, what is the home page, how that home page is designed, divided into multiple components, what is the functionality of each component, which component should become come first and which component you replace at runtime. So all these things you need to work out on the paper first. Then once all the components and their functionalities are finalized, then we enter into coding part. That's the thing. Okay. So that's why project is also a parallel process. Okay. That is, project means is not just directly creating a React application. See, just to work with even to create a simple example here, you need to design here, right, Ram? See, in this application, to explain this concept, see, we drawn this draft, right? For a simple example. Right or wrong? Hello? But in case of project, for a simple example, you need to create a diagram like this to understand it, right? To understand the flow. Then what about the project?
Yeah, definitely.
That is the thing. So pre-work, I mean, before starting the coding about the project, some pre-work is required, some analysis, design work is required. Understanding about the functionalities, flow, everything should be there. Okay. That is. Otherwise, what happens? The project becomes, it is like, it leads to so much of confusion, because see, it is like simply say, if project workflow is not designed properly, it leads to so much of confusion and ambiguity, and finally it becomes a never ending story. It is just like say, దారి తప్పితే ఎలా ఉంటుంది మనం ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు. Suppose we want to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore, మధ్యలో దారి తప్పామనుకోండి ఏమవుతుంది? That is the thing. So that's why first we need to fix the design. Every project should start with by putting limitations. Remember that. By putting limitations. Limitations means do's and don'ts. Which functionalities need to be performed and which functionalities need not to be performed. That is the things you should know. That is the thing. Otherwise, what happens? See, before starting a journey, you should know that you need to fix the destination. Without fixing the destination, if you start the journey, what happens?
We go to some other.
It becomes never ending. See, if you know the destination, you know where to stop. Right or wrong? See, what is the if you know the destination, okay, you know where to go and where to stop. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి, ఎక్కడ మన జర్నీ ఆపాలనేది మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. రైట్? డెస్టినేషన్ లేకపోతే ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి, ఎక్కడ ఆపాలి జర్నీ. It is a continuous process, right? It is a never ending process. So project also nothing but you should define the functionalities. You need to fix the functionalities first. ఇది చేయాలి, ఇంతవరకే చేయాలి, రైట్? ఇది చేయకూడదు. You got the point. These services need to be implemented and these services should not be implemented. Maybe in the next version or maybe in the next maybe in the next release or something. You need to fix in such a way. That is the thing. Okay. So అన్ని functionalities ఒకేసారి ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలని ట్రై చేయకూడదు. First we need to start with few functionalities and make it as version 1.0. Okay, test it, deploy it, so that you get the confidence. ముందు ఒక చిన్నది డెవలప్ చేయాలి. Okay, then complete చేసేయాలి. Okay, test it, run it, execute it and show it to the others, so that you get the confidence. Next, add other feature, release it 1.2 version, 1.6 version, 2.0, 2.2, 2.4. In such a way, you need to enhance, you need to do the project. That's the thing. Straight away, you should not start 3.0 version. Okay, Robo 1.0 వచ్చింది కాబట్టి 2.0 ఈజీగా చేయగలిగారు, రైట్? Because the 1.0 gives more experience to you, right? So that with that confidence, you can build next version very easily, right? So first, you need to start a project with limited functionalities first. It gives confidence to you. That is very important. Let us make that project complete, perfect one. Okay, that is. Then think about the additional functionalities. So that automatically what happens with this experience, you are able to do that the next one very effectively. Okay, that is. So in such a way, divide your entire functionalities into two projects. Advanced functionalities in the second version. Okay, basic functionalities in the first version. Okay, basic means they are not less important. Basic means those are, it is like a mandatory functionalities. Okay, mandatory functionalities. Say for example, you create an e-commerce application. Okay, payment gateway is there, online payment is there. Okay, so I created my e-commerce application with cash payment, cash on delivery. That's all. Okay, I don't know how to create a logic for payment, online payments, credit cards, using credit cards, UPI payment and all. I will make it in the next version. First, I created e-commerce application with cash on delivery option, so that my business will start, right? Client will start the application with cash on delivery option. At least you can test it, right? In the meanwhile, while that application is going on, you can work on the additional feature called integration of online payments, right?
Yes.
Right? So in such a way, you need to divide. So first, think about the complete functionalities. After that, divide that functionalities into two parts. Okay. First, work on the first version. Once it is completed, next work on the second version. So here we will guide in such a way also. That is the thing, right? Okay. So any doubts, all of you? Any doubts? So it is already, it is 12:30, it is 12:43. Okay. Any doubts? No doubts unte adagandi, no problem. Regarding curriculum or regarding the way of implementation, anything you can ask. See, in the full stack, we are going to cover backend also. Yes. Web API. Yes. Yes, Banu, we are going to cover the backend also. NodeJS with Express. See, so
Our
many.
course pair ReactJS and better.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the course name as
No.
ReactJS.
No. See, just for identity point of view, to identify, to promote that course, we made it as React. But actually, it is React with the backend completely.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that is it.
Yes, thank you, sir. And
okay. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow. Okay. Right.
yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.